This one's wife. Look, a kid, but not ours. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife is desperate for you to accept that she's a wonderful mother. She does this by ensuring she spends as little time as possible with her children. She goes to Dusseldorf to take over the Ingrifftus Games, then, racing back to provide them with milkshakes, decides to go to Portugal. She clears off to the Caribbean. She ponces around in New York, telling bereaved parents how wonderful it is to be a mother. She goes off to concerts. She goes to Vancouver. She turns up in various places without the children, who remain at home either talking to two trees, believing those trees to be their parents, or thinking that the nanny is their parent. It's typical of the hypocrisy of the narcissist to maintain that they are a hands-on, wonderful mother and then spend very little time with them. Of course, as I've explained before, there are certain instances where a parent is unable to spend as much time with their child as they would like to. Invariably, this is a consequence of work commitments. It may be the case that the parent has to undertake shift work, which means that they're absent when the children are awake. Or, for instance, the parent is in the armed forces and therefore has to be overseas. Nevertheless, none of those are applicable to this one's wife. Instead, she actually has the opportunity to do much with her children because she has a staff that can be there to support her, she's wealthy, and she has shitloads of time on her hands as she doesn't have a proper job. Notwithstanding all of this, she regularly heads off without them. And I've explained elsewhere as to why this is. However, her narcissism will, of course, fail to pick up on this hypocrisy, and also will always look to avail itself of an opportunity to present herself as a wonderful, caring human being who loves children. To this end, the Mail Online, via Elmira Tanatarova, explains that this one's wife and Prince Harry delight royal enthusiasts as they pose for a sweet photo with a young fan and his mother in Vancouver. This one's wife and Prince Harry delighted fans as they posed for a photo with a woman and her son in Vancouver this week. Yes, totally newsworthy, I'm sure you'll agree. The pair, who are exploring the western city in Canada this week, grinned with the delighted duo who stumbled, oh yes, upon the royals during lunch. In the photo, which is understood to have been taken yesterday, an excited this one's wife, 42, crouches down to huddle up with a smiling mother and her young son. I can safely say that the little boy has no idea who these people are. Hilariously, the Mail writes, the little boy appears elated, his arms spread wide open, clearly thrilled to meet the pair. Well, we can't see his facial expression because quite properly his face has been obscured by a black heart, how apt when it comes to this one's wife, and his mother is holding his arms up, so the little chap has no choice other than to appear elated. I suspect he's thinking, who the hell are these two? Or more likely, there's something off about that one, pointing at this one's wife, because children are very good at picking up on the absence of emotional empathy. The Mail continues by explaining, a happy Harry, 39, has his hands in his pockets, casually smiling in the photo as he leans into the frame. The snap was shared by fan account at Duchess of Sussex, i.e. another propaganda account, who said the lovely photo was captured while the mother and son were getting some food. The Sussex is pictured with a woman and her son during lunchtime in Vancouver. She said, and this happened today during #lunch. Super nice #couple. Welcome to #Vancouver BC. This one's wife sported a chic camel, beige, trench coat over matching beige flares, wearing what appears to be a crisp white blouse underneath. Meanwhile, the Duke of Sussex opted for a grey jumper, worn over a button-up, teamed with a woolly charcoal cardigan and some black jeans. The couple appeared to stumble in on their fans in a cosy cafe. Yes, how fortunate it is that they just happened to be going into a cosy cafe and we've met some fans. This hasn't been set up at all by the agency to say, "Ooh, you're in Vancouver, now let's make you look relatable. Your children aren't with you, that's okay, don't worry about that. Let's go and find somebody else's child that you can exploit as a non-intimate tertiary source." The post had social media fans remarking on how effortlessly fashionable the couple appeared. Efuru too wrote, "Harry and this one's wife are the it couple." Glow Lee, "I love this cute photo that Prince Harry and Princess this one's wife took with a fan while still out in Vancouver, Canada yesterday. She said they were super nice. They look so effortlessly fashionable. I bet this one's wife is showing Harry around her second home." I thought it was Toronto that she lived in. Anyway. Hannah, at Queen_this-one's-wife14, "This one's wife and Harry stay aging backwards." What? That doesn't even make fucking sense. Undoubtedly a sugar, because their command of the English language is bollocks. Queens are made. "I love this picture. I would be the child in the photo with Prince Harry and this one's wife." You wouldn't if you had any sense. Agatha de Lilly, "Harry and this one's wife are living." Well, I know sometimes she looks like she's the Walking Dead, but what a stupid comment. R.S. Locke, royal suitor, Prince Harry and this one's wife out and about in Vancouver yesterday. "I'm enjoying the way the mouse ears are perfectly framed." Yes, the mouse ears on mother's top, as the poor child is forced to pose for a photograph with the gruesome twosome. The article continues that it comes as this one's wife made a surprise visit to a feminist climate change group on Tuesday. Yada yada repeats about going to Justice for Girls, which I've reported on previously. And it then talks about what she's been wearing. And of course, because it's the Mail, just how much all of those items have actually cost. It then repeats their attendance at the hockey. But once again, an opportunity by the Sussexes to garner some publicity, and of course by this one's wife, demonstrating her hypocrisy once again. She spots a child. "Let's have a photograph taken with the child. Of course, we could use ours." "Oh no, we can't, because we don't take them anywhere. We never bother doing that. They either don't exist, or we just keep them hidden at home, and therefore it's far better for us to be able to pick up and utilise other people's children for the aims of managing the facade." I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.